welcome everyone. This is Greg Ficara, Councilman, and Kyle Anderson, Councilman, filling in for Mayor McCormick. We're here at the state sectional semifinal, our Woodbridge and Bayonne, and we're going to get right to our lineup so we can start the game. Kyle, you can handle the Barons.
All right, for our home team, we have starting at center field, Carlos Marty. Shortstop, Trevor Sykowski. Harry Ratowski is pitching. Zach Joe will be playing center field. Mike Medvets batting. Okay. Justin. Okay.
Right.
All right. So Bayonne.
Bayonne right now we have number 24, Ryan Guthrie, leading off. And batting second is the second baseman, Alex Alvarez.
That first pitch was a strike.
Batting third is their center field, Dylan Tyler.
0-2 is the count.
Fourth batter is their catcher, Shane Paradine. Fifth batter is Brian Baranach. James Tominski is up. He's the third baseman. He's the next up. And then comes Chris Bagalowski, Alex Medina, Corey Johnson, and the pitcher Justin O'Connor is the lineup for the Bayonne Bees. And Guthrie is up at bat now.
He's got an 0-2 count. And Ratowski seems to be in control of this at bat. First ball of the day.
Considering the weather during the day, it's not terrible right now. The wind is down. It's a little cloudy, but the lights make it nice and bright on the field here at Barron's beautiful home field.
That's okay. I thought it was Friday Night Football out here.
Yeah. Okay, I think we have a 2-2 count now on Guthrie, and he is the shortstop for the Bees. Way back in the box.
Bayonne comes in with the 19-10 record.
One out. Alvarez goes down on a swing and a miss.
That was Guthrie.
Yes, Guthrie. I'm sorry. Alvarez is up now. The second baseman, number 27. I'm sorry. That's right. It was Ryan Guthrie that went down on strikes. One out here at the top of the first inning, starting this game. It looked like a bunt, but I think he pulled it back.
Yep, it is 1-0.
Yep. Ooh, that one was right down the pipe with a little bit of a pop to it.
No doubt about that one.
1-1 now on Alvarez, the second baseman for the Bees, with one out.
That is a fair ball. And a great play by Justin Silva at third base.
Yeah, he had to go across. He had to go across almost into foul territory to field that.
And when he threw the ball, he was in foul territory. Made excellent throw.
So now we have two outs, and the Bees center fielder, Dylan Tyler, is up. Number 28.
And brings it in to 0-1 count, stays ahead. He's been getting out early on these batters.
I mean, we're a little bit away on a distance here, but boy, that ball has
some real pop on it,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. One and one count on Dylan Tyler right now, who is the center fielder for the Bees.
A nice breaking ball there for a strike. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Number 28.
Fights it off, but it'll be fair. And the first baseman.
3 up, 3 down at the first inning.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
And we're back for bottom of the first. We lead off with the Woodbridge Barons, Carlos Marty, followed by Trevor Sikowski, who's playing shortstop. Harry Ratowski is pitching. Zach Joe playing eighth and batting fourth, playing the center field and batting fourth. Mike Medvets batting fifth and playing first. Justin Silva at third, made the nice play in the first, the top of the first, playing third. Joe Michelli is batting eighth, and Joseph Gutierrez is batting ninth. We also have Ishmael Reynoso is DHing, and Joe Dunn is playing in right field. So that's it for the Barons.
All right, we're starting out here in the bottom of the first. Let's see how the bats work out for the Barons.
That was a fast inning for the Barons there. Very efficient. Kept Harry's pitch count down.
Yep, absolutely. Coach Urbano over here at third base, walking and patrolling the third base box here.
He's been having a lot of success at Woodbridge the last few years, you know.
Yeah, he's just he's a great coach. He's gives 100% to his team, and in return, he expects 100% effort. And just a good all-around guy, very well-respected coach around the league. So,
Hall of Fame member.
Yeah, right. We always tease each other. I always say one of my regrets as an AD was not being able to work with him, and he always reciprocates and says the same nice thing. But he is a very well-respected coach and a gentleman.
Okay, we have Carlos Marte up. Was a strike there. And he lines one out to left field. That's the first hit of the day for the Barons.
It's an excellent start. Trevor Sikowski up now, number 23.
Trevor Sikowski is noted for really bringing his bat around this year. Didn't hit his average last year. This year he's well above his average and playing exceptional shortstop.
Apparently he's got a nice eye for the ball too, laying off that one.
Sometimes patience, is what these young men need to learn. And
two balls.
That's Justin O'Connor pitching for the Bayonne Bees. He's looking over at Marte.
Nice tradition of athletics up there at Bayonne. It's quite a complex they have for a school.
Yeah, we've had some experience with them with my boys down in Little League, and Bayonne's Little League program's very strong.
Nice tight-knit community, and very proud of their athletics there at all levels.
And he's worked that count, walk. So Woodbridge now has two men on, one in scoring position.
Big Harry up at bat now, Harry Rutkowski. I'm sure just his mere presence instills a little concern for the opposing team. I don't imagine he sneaks up on anybody anymore, both with his bat and his pitching.
No, he's a leader statistically in the state in home runs. He's a #2 home run hitter with 10 home runs. But he's noted mostly for his pitching arm.
Yeah, and he's and I'm sure it's well documented. He's going to Rutgers, committed to Rutgers, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great. Are you aware? I know you're a little closer to the players. Are there any other players that are going on to play at the next level?
Sure. You have Justin Silva is going to Montclair State, and Zach Joe is going on to Kane University.
That's
I have to find out where Trevor Sikowski's going. Those are some of the most notable seniors, but there are some players all going to land somewhere.
That's great.
We're breaking pitch to Harry. Didn't want to come with a fastball right away. Eventually he's going to have to come around that plate.
That thing hung up there too for a little while. Nice crowd on both sides. You know, I looked down at some of our stats and I looked up, and it seems to me the crowd on the Woodbridge side grew in like the last minute and a half.
Yeah, it takes a little while to get up that hill.
Yeah.
And that is gone. That is a home run.
Holy mackerel.
Just like that.
Just like that. It's a 3-0 ball game. Harry Rutkowski. Just when we were talking about statistics and leading.
He doesn't disappoint, that's for sure.
Yep. That's a nice way to start. No outs, right?
No outs. I was reading about his college coach attending the county finals of Monroe and St. Joe's, but he was remarking about Harry and the pitching staff that they have for the future of their program. I got to imagine he's going to want to see him at the plate every now and then.
Yeah. It sure seems that way. Would be certainly a.
And the batter now is number 11, Zach Joe. Zach is an extremely hard worker. I've known him very, very long time. He's always got the batting tee in his driveway, and he's working diligently.
That's great.
But he took notice, Coach Urbano took notice of him when he was a middle schooler. He had come up to a camp, unfortunately he had a leg injury, but Coach was very impressed with him as a utility type player, and Zach earned his spot into the outfield of the captain of the outfield.
That's great. A high foul ball behind the backstop over the beautiful concession stand over there.
Yeah.
Imagine that roof must have some sound to it when the ball hits it.
Zach was also doing some nice charity work. He was collecting sporting equipment and getting it to some less privileged young men and women.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great to see.
He's battling.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely battling up there. That's for sure. Coach Urbano just sent down a couple of encouraging words, and he's up there battling. I was over at the community center today. They had the end of the year gathering for the Heroes and Cool Kids program, and it was nice. A couple of the players were there from Woodbridge baseball players.
They get involved, and that starts from the top. Headed back over the backstop.
Out of play. He's certainly battling, that's for sure.
Coach Urbano comes down to the Little League every year. He holds a camp. He also holds the camps up here, and he encourages his players to get involved with our younger baseball players. And, you know, it's great to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's always good to be inclusive. You know, can't take those things for granted. Coach Urbano certainly likes to bring people into the family.
Well, Zach is getting his money's worth out of this at-bat, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Holy mackerel, where did that wind come from all of a sudden?
I tell you, up here, and then all of a sudden, you come up, the elevation's a little higher, and
yeah, now I'm starting to rethink the whole shorts thing.
Yeah, I actually layered up today. And there he goes.
Wow, what an at-bat.
That was a tremendous at-bat by Zach Joe.
Excellent job, Zach. Nicely done. Very exciting.
Pitcher hung the pitch up there just long enough for him to get on top of it and line it out to left field.
Just the patience alone, Kyle, just to stay up there. And so we got Medvitz up now, right, Mike?
Mike Medvitz, yeah. His father was a very good baseball player. I used to run into him on the men's adult baseball circuit.
Lefty, we got to be on guard here.
Yeah, this is a dangerous zone for us. I got you covered, Greg.
All right, I appreciate that. So we still have no outs and a man on first, right? I mean, that's a lot of action going on here for the Barons.
Little contact over there at first base, and Bayonne players weren't too happy about it.
Oh, parents are starting to get involved, but I think the only thing that's questionable there is when the players' hands go up in the air like that, you know?
Yeah.
Looked like the Bayonne player was trying to get out of the baseline, but we could take a look at that again. I don't know if it's going to do any good. If we can bring that back up on the screen, be interesting to see. But now we have one out and a man on second.
Oh, Joe moves over to second. One out, and the batter is Justin Silva.
Justin is a senior. We've had quite a few seniors up, right? Medvitz was a junior.
Medvitz a junior. Joe was a senior. Ratowski, Sykowski, all seniors. Okay, pitcher stepped off.
Zach's keeping the pitcher's attention back there.
That's it. That's his job. There you go. That's what he does. And that's exactly what you have: a pitcher that's a runner that's a threat to steal, and you have a pitcher paying attention to him, throws his game off, doesn't throw the pitch that he wants to throw.
Yeah, he's the pitcher has a little bit of a not a real smooth delivery. If you watch it, it's it's kind of segmented, almost a little.
His leg kick is
yeah, it's very quick too.
And
Pass ball.
And there we go. Zach's in safely. Just like that.
Runner in scoring position with one out. Justin's a big fella. These guys are put together here. Scrapping guys.
He's got a tall dad. He's another Woodbridge Little League product. You have Zach Joe trying to get in the pitcher's vision, and he's kind of caught off of the base. Keep going. Justin's got to get to third to protect him. And he's safe. Oh, it looked. I'm watching, Coach. He's not upset. He's very upset with his runner for taking too big of a lead.
Yep. So we have two outs and a man on second. And let's see, who do we have up at bat? Number 10, Joe Maselli. Is that correct?
Yes, that's him. That's his name.
Sophomore.
Plays left field.
It's quite an honor to be an underclassman like that and
really
get in the lineup of this great team.
On this team, absolutely.
Got under that one a little bit and popped it up.
And
right, so
not before. Woodbridge puts up 3 runs on a 3-run dinger by Harry Ratowski.
All right, so we'll take a little break as they change innings, and we'll be back.
You taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit.
Okay, we're back at the top of the second inning with the score 3-0 in favor of the Barons, and the Bees have their catcher, Shane Paradine, at bat, and see if they can answer here. It was right after the first pitch.
Nice play. He was playing pretty deep there and had to come in, and you never know if the turf is keeping the ball moving or slowing it down. So Trevor made a great play and flinged it over to first.
Both the third baseman and Trevor and shortstop have a lot of confidence in their arm. We have up now our left fielder from the Bees, Brian Baranach. But yeah, the ball was very slow, but boy, he just threw that thing like a hum. It was great.
He plays deep. He's still playing right on the edge of the outfield. There's one to second now.
Now the routine play. 2 outs. 2 guys up, 2 outs. I think we have our third baseman for Bayonne, James Tominski. Number 10 coming up.
Okay, Tominski is the third baseman.
Right.
Nice breaking ball for a strike.
I'll say. I would have swung on it.
Mm-hmm. Another one.
He's got him. He's got him fooled. He's got him fooled. But I'll tell you, it's a different perspective, Kyle. Looking at the facility from up here, it is just, God, how exciting it is. It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. I remember when they did the complex over the first time, and it was great, but it, you know, as with any grass field, you're going to have your problems. And the decision to make this a turf facility has been outstanding. You get so much more usage out of it. As you see in the outfield, they have it lined for the soccer fields, and you know, it's a very impressive facility.
Wow, interesting. First game, we just got a little information that this is the first game for TV 35 on this field, and we're proud to be here, and that's it. Mows them down 1-2-3 as the third baseman, Tominski, goes down looking.
That's his second strikeout for the day.
And we'll be back at the bottom of the second inning.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
And welcome back. We're here at Woodbridge Barons Stadium for state sectional semifinals, and we are now down to our 8th batter, and that is Gutierrez, Josepher Gutierrez.
Senior, Joe.
Now, we've asked Coach if the team is going to be decimated by the seniors, but he doesn't believe so. He has some players returning, some live arms, and some good players coming up through the system.
Yeah, I see there's a couple of 9th graders that are listed here, so you can't get more than that. He had to go down low to get that.
That's a tough one.
All right, that's 1 out.
Okay, and number 5, Reynoso, Ishmael Reynoso. He's designated hitter.
And he is a 9th grader.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah, very impressive.
Impressive.
That's pretty exciting on a team of this caliber.
I like he's wearing the number that my son wore here, number 5 on the baseball team.
Kyle wore number 5.
For baseball.
Yeah,
he had his baseball number and his basketball number and his football number.
breaking ball there.
Gets it in there. It's got to be a thrill for a freshman to be playing in a state semifinal game.
Absolutely, and the Reynoso family, they must be so proud.
Yeah.
Aggressively went after that. Watch that, guys out there.
It looks like the rain's going to hold off tonight.
Yeah, they said. Last I checked, they said somewhere around 8 o'clock. So wow, look at the Woodbridge side, Kyle.
It's really
it's grown. Yeah, it's coming up.
You know, there's been a lot of chatter, you know, through social media about the team, and I know I like to follow a lot of the parents, and they're communicating with the community about the development of the team's success.
Wow, he's for a young boy, he's really got some patience there.
Yeah, 2-2 count.
You can
see his way back there.
Yeah, you can see why Coach Urbano has the faith in him, and appears to be well deserved with this at bat. He's got a little bit of he got a little tricked up with those curveballs a few times on that one. Still a good at bat.
And we should be back to the top of the order. And that is number 8, Carlos Marte.
We had a good ball player over at Amboy. His last name was Marte, too.
Marte.
I wonder if there's any relationship.
The pitcher's been having some success. That is O'Connor. Has been having some success with his breaking ball, Justin O'Connor.
Except for that one that he threw to Harry, I think. That one didn't work out so well.
That one, I don't think he wants to throw that one to him again. And he gets that one again to land.
Got 2 outs here at the bottom of the second inning. Yep.
Marty calls time, steps out.
Nice play by the catcher.
Catcher is
Shane Paradine.
That is correct.
Yeah, did a nice job of blocking that ball. Another nice job of blocking the ball. Carlos working it. Even on the outs, the pitcher's been working pretty hard. You know,
Yeah.
in the end, that the pitch count and just the overall.
Yeah, they're getting to him. A lot of pitches in the dirt.
Yep.
He's worked himself into a few 3-2 counts, and the advantage is to the Barons for sure.
Yep. I think are we at a full count, or it's 3-1
No,
right
3-2
now?
right now.
3-2.
Okay. Slow roller, and that's why you run it out. We had an error to the second baseman. That's an E4. With the runner on base. Okay, Trevor Sykowski, shortstop, senior.
Yeah, it's you never know how the turf is going to affect it, because you got to think there's a little moisture out there, so you're going to get a little backspin on it.
And you don't know what kind of field Bayonne is typically playing on up there, and sometimes you see the grass teams like playing on the turf field, but if you take a turf team and put them on a grass field, it's a disadvantage for them a lot of times.
Right, I would agree with that. Absolutely.
In particular, that's one of the reasons why Coach wanted to keep the JV field grass. And the ball gets away.
All right, so
an errant throw sends Marty to third.
Very quickly, he's in scoring position.
with the most dangerous part of the batting order up.
Yep. I think it gets back to, Kyle, what we were talking about before. Everybody's at bat was pretty much a challenge. You know, they made the pitcher work, and, you know, this is some of the benefits of that.
Yeah, he's got to be up there around 30 pitches at this point.
Out of play. Oof.
Shoulder in, Trev.
Okay, we're Coach Arbano yelling some instructions down there to Trevor.
And Coach Perry over at first base. Let her high.
Yeah, that had to be right there at the top of the zone.
Yeah. He reached back for a nice fastball on that one.
Yeah, you don't see too many of those.
No, he's been living with his breaking ball.
There it is, another one inside. Trevor's confirming the count with the blue.
3-2 is the count.
Carlos looks like he's ready to roll.
Hot one down the third baseline. It was only a few years ago that they started requiring the base coaches to wear helmets.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Were you an AD at the time when they made that?
Yeah,
decision?
absolutely.
All good for safety.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's... Wow, what a nice at bat. What a nice at bat for Trevor.
Trevor worked that count. He had to throw at least 11 or 12 pitches.
Oh, here's a guy that strikes fear into heart. Oh, what do we got? Oh, they're putting him on.
Automatic walk.
That's a smart move. I was just about to say strikes fear in the heart of every opposing coach.
So Zach Joe has to take this as a personal slight to him.
Yeah.
Go after it, but you can understand why a pitcher, after letting up a 3-run home run, doesn't want to do the same thing to the same batter.
So now, Joe, Harry gets a courtesy runner. That's a courtesy runner that went in, right? And then Harry doesn't change Harry's position in the lineup or his position on the field.
That's right.
Can't see the number who's running for him. Is it the person that made the last out?
From here, it looks like Andrew Galvach.
Okay.
I cannot see the number, but let's see. 16. I think that's a 16. Yes. Andrew Galvach.
Great. Andrew's first appearance in the game, right?
Yes. He's also a young player. I believe he's a
junior.
Saw him yesterday when we were making our rounds at the Memorial Day event. He was at the Port Reading Firehouse.
Yes, of course. His dad's a firefighter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, great guy. I always bump into Andrew and his family at the diner in Ford's. Another good at bat here, Kyle. Working it. These guys are showing some great patience and poise at the plate.
Well, if we remember Zach's last at bat, he must have seen about 11 or 12 pitches before he drove it out to left field.
Nice swing, too. Very nice. Weird weather pattern here in Woodbridge, but good for baseball right now. It doesn't seem to bother anybody. We got a nice crowd here at this beautiful field. Oh, that's good. Just dropped down. All right, pushed it to the limit. So after 2, we still remain 3 for the Barons, 0 for the Bees. And we'll be right back for the top of the 3rd inning here at the North 2 Group 4 State Sectional Semifinal. That's a mouthful. Thank you. We'll be back.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
And we're back with the top of the third inning. Number 14, Chris Bergalowski, the first baseman for the Bees. And you got a nice look of the Woodbridge Barons crowd over there that seems to be growing every inning, Kyle.
Every inning. Woodbridge, one thing they do is they come out and they support their athletes when they make it pretty far, and they want to make sure that they have their support, especially if they've earned a home game for them.
Absolutely, and it certainly is well deserved. That was
breaking ball for.
We got a one-on-one count on that first pitch. The behind-the-plate umpire had to go down to first base to ask for that, whether it was a swing or not, and he said he checked it up. So it's 1-1.
1-1. That's Bergalowski up for the Bayonne Bees. He is the 7-hitter.
Yep, and he's the first baseman. And it is now 1 ball and 2 strikes after that foul tip. A little uncharacteristic that one could be that far out of the box. It's kind of hard so far to see that, but I guess it happens every now and again.
Hey, you wonder sometimes if your fingertips aren't able to get a good grip on the ball. Another one.
Holy mackerel, I could hardly see that one from where we are. Good golly. I'm glad I'm not up there.
And he reaches back and gets a nice breaker.
Blows
laying
right
in his zone.
We got 44 now. Alex Medina up is the right fielder for the Bees with 1 out here at the top of the third inning, and the score remains 3 for the Barons, 0 for the Bees. Got a lefty up, so we got to be on our toes again, Kyle. I'm hiding behind you.
Absolutely.
Just saying. All right, it's a good call by the behind-the-plate umpire. And he was definitely running on that, Medina.
And Gutierrez made a nice play, even though it was a foul ball.
Yeah, he hopped on it. It's probably better for Bayonne that was foul.
I hope I'm saying his name right. I heard it pronounced that way at Somerset Patriots. But I would typically say Gutierrez.
Yeah.
But
I think that extra I and E in there, Gutierrez, I think is a pretty safe bet, but I'm sure we'll hear about it if we're wrong. Ooh, nice attempt.
First hit of the game for Bayonne.
And that was their right fielder.
Medina.
Yep, number 44, Alex Medina. And now the designated hitter should be number 19, Corey Johnson up. And we have 1 out here at the top of the third inning. Oof.
Nice pitch.
There he came with the juice on that one. Bayonne bench is a little bit livelier now. I guess they sense a little. It's a pretty slick move by Harry there.
Yeah.
Those lefties have a big advantage going over to first base.
They really do. Cut down Medina's lead as well.
Nice
Another
one.
Great pitch.
Down on the lower end of the zone, down around the knees, right? Mid-thighs.
Johnson has an 0-2 account going against him.
It's my first opportunity to see Harry pitch. He certainly, at least in these 3 innings, has some really nice control. He puts that ball where he wants to put it. Oof.
Wow.
Down looking, and he knew it. He turned right around. Designated hitter Corey Johnson down. Up is their 9th batter, the pitcher, Justin O'Connor. Oh,
it's his 4th strikeout. Let's see.
No. We got to change here, right? Are we back up to the top? Yeah, we're back up to the top. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was the designated hitter. I beg your pardon. That's what we're back up to the top of the order. Ryan Guthrie. Ryan Guthrie up with 2 outs and a man on first.
He struck out at his first at bat.
I forgot the designated hitter is designated to hit for the pitcher.
That's
so
right.
forgive me, all you baseball guys. Little change there.
Fell off the table, as they say, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Wild pitch. Runner was frozen at first, and I think a lot of that has to do with the pickoff move that Harry threw earlier.
Absolutely.
He was hesitant to run on him.
That one was right down the pipe. Guthrie at bat to shortstop. This is the second time, so we're starting over again for the Bayonne Bees. 2 outs, man on first, top of the third. Harry gives a little look-see over there. Has the guy diving back.
To cut that lead down over there from that runner and keep him from getting over to second base.
Yep.
He's got 2 strikes on the batter. And
strike him out.
So
there you have it. It's after 2.5 innings. The Barons are still up 3-zip, and we'll be back with the bottom of the third.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork, loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
all right, and we're back to the state semifinal. We are in the bottom of the third, and Mike Medvets leads off for the Barons. Another lefty here.
Still got the same pitcher in for the Bees.
There's a pitch down the middle there. Count is 1-1.
Kind of opposite field.
Yeah.
Up a little high. 1 out.
Justin Silva, third baseman, senior.
I mentioned the last time he was up. Just nice, good, solid-looking kid's got those big square shoulders. And looks like he can hit that ball.
Yeah, Justin's also, I think he fills in as a pitcher every third or fourth game.
Be interesting to know when the sectional final is after this.
Yeah. Hopefully it's in about a week or so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although the other pitcher for the Barons, I believe, leads the state. Harry is second in the state in wins, and the other pitcher is number 1 in the state.
That's nice weapons to have, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure if I had to guess, today is Tuesday, I would probably say no later than Friday for the sectional final, because I remember, you know, when you get into the state group finals, you know, championships, they start that first week in June, which is next week. So. Justin again battling up there. We've commented on the Baron batters. Really, they're being patient. They're being aggressive.
Yeah, they're attacking the pitches that are in the zone. They're not swinging at too many pitches out of the zone. Another high pitch, and he leaves it up there. It's 3-2. Drives one over there towards the bullpen.
Right, opposite field again. He fought that off a little bit. Okay, I think we got a 2-2 count now on Silva. Oh, full count.
That was a full count.
All right.
He drew the walk. Good at bat.
Very good at bat.
That brings up Joe Machilli.
Coach Urbano here at third base sending the signals down. How many outs we got, Kyle?
We have one out.
One out.
Medved's flew out to right.
That's right, that opposite.
Or to left.
To left, yeah, opposite field.
Coach is letting this player know he needs to go with the pitch.
Yeah.
He wants to send it out to right field because O'Connor is staying around the outside of the plate.
Good swing there, good cut. Up high.
Another pitch sails high.
Chili's as far back in that batter's box, I think, as you can get. He's back there. Yeah, maybe another couple of inches he can go.
Yeah. It's good to do if you don't have a fast bat, you know.
Yeah.
You see the ball a little better. There we go.
Down in the dirt. Nice play by the catcher, just stopping that ball.
2-2s to count. He did not go with it, and that was a ball.
Yeah,
so
had
full
to be
count.
Had to be a hard one to lay off, but another good at bat, perfect example.
Wind is picking up here.
I guess the people watching the show on TV 35 can hear that. I can hear it in my headsets. Looks like it.
Right fielder was playing in the right position for that.
Yep. So we have 2 outs now. We still have a runner on first here at the bottom of the 3rd inning.
And Josepher Gutierrez is up.
Josepher Gutierrez. Another big scrapping guy here.
Yeah.
Big number 6. 2 outs, man on first. See what we can do. A little 2-out lightning here.
That's a trouble. He gets there.
He gets there.
Wow. First baseman over there actually made a good stop. Who was that? Let's see. Number 2. That would be Shane. 3. I'm sorry. Chris Bergalowski made a nice stop and prevented Silva from coming over to third.
Absolutely. Third baseman James Tominski rushed the ball, made a nice play on it, but then when he went back to throw, he just lost a handle on it. So we have our young freshman Ismael Reynoso. What is he?
He struck out the last at bat.
Right, but he had a nice at bat. He battled.
Reynoso is DHing.
Yep.
which says something for his bat to be a freshman and DH. A lot of times you bring a freshman up, maybe he's an exceptional fielder, but you don't usually have some that have a great bat to earn the spot of a DH.
Looks down and gets the signal from Coach Urbano.
2 outs here. 1-0 count. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. 2-0 count.
That one was right down the pipe. Looking across in the dugout for the Barons, I see the Greater Middlesex Conference 2016-17 Athletic Director of the Year, Mr. Joseph Ward. Congratulations to Joe. Well deserved.
Congratulations, Joe.
Very pivotal role in the GMC. Very active.
Joe also makes every effort to make the fields available for county games and county events, and as well as around town with our Senior Olympics and all the youth programs that are looking to get some extra games in.
Wow, nice job by the freshman.
Makes the count to bases loaded, and we're back to the top of the order.
2 outs. Number 8,
Carlos Marte. And the Bees want to talk about it. Haven't seen anybody warming up for them. So.
No.
So leaving O'Connor in.
Got a little break on the field now as the coaches huddle up. We got bases loaded with 2 outs. And we are in the bottom of the third, and the score is 3-0 in favor of the Woodbridge Barons. That's just the way we like it. Kyle and I, in full disclosure, we want to make it clear that, we're happy for Bayonne and we're glad you're here, but we are outwardly Baron fans.
Yeah.
So we don't have any regrets about that. But it looks like a good team that the Bees have there, and we're excited to be here at this point, playing late in the season here in New Jersey.
And that's coming from 2 Mustangs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's an odd mix here today.
Let's see if he beat him. And the right fielder
pushed him back there pretty far, so they gave it
Alex Medina on the play.
Yep.
He was able to get under it, but Marta drove that pitch out there.
So after 3 complete innings, we have the score still remains 3-0. The Barons jumped on it early, got 3 runs in the bottom of the first, and that's the score right now as we go into the top of the 4th, and we'll be back.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
And we're back here. Councilman Kyle Anderson and myself, Greg Ficauer, proud to be calling the game here. We have the North 2 Group 4 sectional semifinal with the Bayonne Bees against our very own Woodbridge Barons. And number 27, the second baseman, Alex Alvarez, up for the Bees. 3-0 in favor of the Barons.
And Harry comes right at him. Towski comes in with a fastball that's fouled off.
Nice crowd again, we point out, all the way down the right field line for the Barons. Got a nice crowd over here for the Bees, too.
We've seen Bayonne in this area for state playoff games for football, and And this is probably the first time in a while we've seen them down here for baseball, but they're a well-known program. We got a foul ball still in play. Harry, the pitcher, takes it.
It's a long way for the big guy to come in there.
Yeah, he had a better angle than the catcher, so it was a smart play on his part. Silva was right there with him.
Center fielder, number 28, Dylan Tyler, up at bat now with 1 out. You know, we did the sectional, what was it, the finals, right? When Woodbridge was at Linden in basketball, and you know, I said it then and I say it again. You look at a guy like Harry and you say, wow, what a big guy, brute strength, but boy, he's an agile guy too. Yeah. He gets around.
Well, I follow his mom on Facebook, and she said, here's one I haven't heard in a while. This was last week. I don't know if Coach Urbano will be happy about it, but Harry was telling her he was going out to play soccer.
Oh dear.
So, yeah. But
in play,
foul ball. I've seen him down at Merrill Park playing, hooping it up, just pick up basketball, and he's just a guy that really enjoys to compete.
Yeah, it's nice. Very nice to see. Ooh, there's a little. Struck him out. I think that was a little curveball there. Up next should be the catcher, number 7, Shane Paradine, with 2 outs. I had to be just a little bit low, but close. Right at the numbers on that one, 1-1 count. You know, Kyle, we've had this conversation a little bit before, but when we're sitting up here right now, I'm starting to get a little chilly. But the distinct advantage that the southern states have in baseball, in particular,
especially for pitchers.
Yeah, yeah. And then, you know, these guys, the southern states, the Georgias of the world, even the North Carolinas, the Floridas, the Arizonas, they're playing baseball in February. You know,
year round.
And I think the synthetic turf has taken a step for us.
You're right, because if you recall, the other field, when we had the grass field here, whether it was the type of grass or not, it really didn't green until after the season was over.
Yep.
It used to be a hay color, you know, for much of the season, and never really fully grew in. So this one right at the pitcher. He's got to turn awkwardly. He has to be careful.
Right, a little slip there. Paradine gets on. Up next should be the left fielder, Brian Baranach.
Would you consider that an infield hit or an error on the pitcher?
I don't know. It's a
tough play.
He did.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that.
All right. Harry comes in. He's got to circle around the ball.
Yeah.
Can't get it up. And his leg came out.
Yep.
All right.
Thinking we'll.
I'm going to go with an E.
Yep.
So it's the second base runner of the day for the Bees.
Left fielder Brian Baranach up. And we got 2 outs, man on first. Started out with a lot of action there in the bottom of the first inning. It's kind of settled in right now. Of course, the Barons at this last inning, they had bases loaded.
There he comes back with another fastball down the middle for a strike.
I'm hoping that our catcher has nice padding in that catcher's mitt.
I can imagine. And he gets him on the breaker.
Tagged him out just to play it safe. So we're halfway through here at the top of the 4th inning, and the Bees don't push any across, so the score remains 3 for Woodbridge, 0 for the Bees, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 4th.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised.
practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
And there's a look at Justin O'Connor, the pitcher for the Bayonne Bees. He's right now in the bottom of the fourth, and he's facing the middle of the lineup.
Trevor
Sykowski, the number 2 hitter.
Trevor comes out swinging. Thought I felt a little precipitation there, but maybe
there. I feel it as well. A little mist.
A little mist. I want to thank my wife Maritza for letting me go out of the house with these darn shorts on. This seemed like a good idea at the time.
We've been waiting for this spring to become a true spring, but lately we've been going from winter into summer.
Yeah.
Another ball. 2-1 is the count.
Some communication between the catcher and the dugout, and a wristband that the catcher has on. Oh, wow. There's a nice shot.
There's a missile he hit there. And it hit the turf and kind of stopped.
Yep, it hit had a little spin to it. Oh boy, comes the big fella, number 14, Harry Rutkowski. See what they do this time.
I was going to say, you came out of the house in shorts, but it's a good thing that he's pitching because he's working fast.
Yeah, that's true. I'm grateful for that. Yeah, absolutely. Very imposing figure. Right down the middle. Howard takes one, looking down at Coach Urbano, getting the signal.
And runner goes. Sykowski is safe.
Didn't put the tag on him.
It was a good throw and a good attempted tag. It looks like he outstretched the.
He had him before he touched the bag.
You want to take a look at that again?
Can we see that again? All right, let's pay attention to the slide.
I don't know. It looked like he got the ground. It didn't look like he went for his leg, but you can't really tell from up here if it actually got his leg or not.
He did really stretch out, though. His hand was, pretty close. And the umpire was in position, so it's kind of hard to argue. The umpire don't have the advantage of seeing the replay. That's pretty gutsy steal there, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Looks like a little bit of an ole.
Yeah.
If he got him with one of the threads on his glove.
And I'm more watching the hand. That hand was on there, and then he rolled it up a little. He rolled it up even, so that was some quick speed on that side. Foul ball hit the
catcher.
Yeah, right. It looked like in the face mask.
He's okay.
Umpire's checking with him, making sure he's just taking his hat off. How many? The old proverbial. How many fingers I got up?
Yeah, he's letting him walk around. He's got the trainer checking him out, which is always a good decision.
Yeah.
I was reading a nice compliment from the Rutgers baseball coach about the decision the Monroe coach made to pull his player out in a 0-0 game. His pitcher had thrown 67 pitches, but had experienced some tightness. But it was a county final game, and still took out their #1 pitcher. And kudos to the trainers that are out there that are carrying after these players.
Absolutely.
Close pitch. 2-2.
Good patience by Harry on that one.
All right. Looks like he got under that, but they were playing him deep, so it's trouble. And right fielder Medina makes the play.
So we got 1 out. And Zach Joe, senior. Even Harry's pop-ups are monstrous. That thing was up above the lights.
I played baseball with Zach's dad at JFK and grew up with his mom.
Ah,
yeah, so it's a pleasure to watch him play.
That is. That's very nice when you can.
That's what makes it great about our community. You know, you can connect the dots for a few generations.
Absolutely.
And Zach goes down to third base, but he's a fast runner. And there goes Sikowski, calls for time.
Slid in very nicely.
Move the runner over, but now there's 2 outs.
And we have Medvitz Jr. up, lefty. So the Barons got somebody in scoring position with 2 outs here at the bottom of the 4th inning with a 3-0 lead. Runs are hard to come by after that first inning.
Yeah,
for both sides.
It looked like Woodbridge might really give them some problems.
Yeah,
but, you know, credit to Bayonne, they've hung in there.
Absolutely, their pitcher has certainly settled in. O'Connor has settled into a nice. Balls. You can look around and see some of the. I kind of recognize a few of the local college coaches here. I think I see the Kane coach.
All right. It's not a far walk from him. I hear he lives in the outfield pretty much.
Yeah,
yeah. Not to give away his address, but.
That's the 3-0. That's a 3-0 count. Coach Urbano is. Calling down, asking Medvitz, is it 3-0? Medvitz responds with the head shake. I think that's his way of making sure the player realizes what the count is.
Yeah, it's a subtle way of letting him know, just in case you're not paying attention.
Yeah, Mike gave him the affirmative.
Yes. All right.
All right, now we're going to get down to work.
3-1, as they say, is a hitter's count. Should see another strike here. Comes down and works his way back to a 3-2.
All right, here we go. We're going to see something. Something's going to give on this pitch.
Here we go.
Two outs, man on third. All right, he goes after it. Over in the soccer field behind us. Got a bunch of little guys over on the softball field hauling buns out there to go get it.
Yeah, they're enjoying turf over there on the softball field. Okay, he goes opposite again, but
nice play.
Left fielder.
All righty.
Who was that? The left fielder Brian Barnock was in position. So that's the end of 4.
And the score is still 3 for the Barons, 0 for Bayonne, and we'll be back with the top of the 5th inning. Stay tuned.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do.
Yeah, but I don't know where to start. That's why we're here. We're free, handsome.
I think we're breathtaking.
And here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that Bran? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to getschool.com for more info.
Hey, we're back here. Kyle Anderson, Greg Ficarra, top of the 5th inning. Sectional semifinal, North Jersey Group 2, Group 4. North Jersey 2, Group 4. And that's ball 1 to James Tominski, third baseman for the Bees. Top of the 5th inning. And that's a big foul ball. Bayonne pretty lively there in the dugout, trying to get a little something going on here. I think Harry Rakowski still doing his thing up on the hill.
And comes inside on that pitch. 2-1 is the count.
Tominski is a senior.
He's worked a 3-1 count.
See how Harry responds to a little bit of adversity here. Tominski taking his signals from the coach.
And he battles back to a 3-2 count.
And that puts everybody on their toes now. Tominski fouls that one off. Bayonne fans yelling out, "Stay alive" to Tominski. Timmy working hard up at bat there.
Yeah, he's battling against Harry.
Oh,
Harry comes
got away from him there.
First walk of the day.
Alrighty, so we should have the first baseman Chris Bergalowski, number 14 up. No outs, man on first base for the Bees, and we are in the top of the 5th inning.
Another one sails high on us.
Coach Urbano asked for a timeout, coming in to settle the big guy down a little. So we have a little excitement here in the top of the 5th inning. And so far the weather is held out. Lucky we have a very nice crowd here. And
yeah, great crowd. Nice and close-knit. Keep us warm up here.
Yeah, yeah. Equally as big crowd over on the softball field, although it looks like somebody just sent them in. Oh, all of a sudden, oh no, now they're moving out to the soccer field.
Oh, all right. These kids play.
Who are those kids? All right, Chris Bergalowski up. Man on first base, no outs. Bayonne's got some life.
Nice pitch.
And that's a nice pitch. Good swing. Chris is a big guy up at the plate there, certainly. One of the bigger Bees.
Yeah.
Sporting those maroon uniforms. A lot of history there at Bayonne Athletics. Got him on another one, 2 strikes.
Yeah, they have the alphabet streets up in there. They have the avenues, the letters, kind of like Brooklyn, huh?
Yeah.
Harry throws over to first. Keep the runner close. Ooh.
Got him looking.
He froze him.
All right, so we got 1 out. We should have the right fielder, Alex Medina, coming up right now, number 44.
It's the 7th strikeout of the day for Ratowski.
Harry's communicating to his fielders right behind him.
Throws over, that one gets away, but not far enough for the runner to advance. Sometimes you want the pitcher to just focus on the batter. This is one of the situations I would encourage him. I think the batter here, last batter did get a single off of him, though. Medina.
Yep, Alex is the right fielder.
Yeah.
He just sizzled one right behind us here. And it's getting a little closer. You don't mind if I just hang out over here behind your left shoulder?
Just in case you didn't shave today, Greg.
All right, we got 2 strikes. Guy in first. Top of the 5th inning. Woodbridge still in charge, 3-0.
And
he got him. Wow, he put some mustard on that one.
Really
Hokey
did.
smoky. 2 outs. Designated hitter should be number 19, Corey Johnson.
There he is. Breaker pitch looked like it went in, but could have been outside from here. Can't tell.
Oof, that was
no
nice.
No question about that.
Yep.
Ball got down there in a hurry.
Ooh, fooled him on that one.
Did he? He really threw that one in the dirt. Man.
Got him looking. Oh boy. All right, so there you are. After 4.5 innings, we move into the bottom of the 5th. Woodbridge still up 3-0. Kyle Anderson, Greg Ficarra will be back.
Get your ass suit. You're not sitting here.
Yes, I am.
Give it to him hard.
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh, you got...
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Okay, we are back, and we have Ryan O'Connor back on the mound for the bottom of the 5th here with Justin Silva. And Justin has gotten on base with a walk and advanced to 3rd in last time at bat. Let's see what happens here.
Jumps right on that one. People getting the heck out of the way over there in the cage. And it looks like the Bees got somebody warming up in the bullpen down there along the left field line.
Yeah, O'Connor's thrown a lot of pitches today, and as you mentioned before, the cold weather. Always the best. So he's worked his way into a 0-2 account, and Silva's got some work cut out for him.
I think that go-to pitch for O'Connor is that curveball.
Yeah.
He does very well with that. I think because of the count, the batter Silva went after that one where it looked a little high, but you got to protect when you got 2 strikes on you. Laid off that one. He's checking, and the first base umpire says no swing.
Did not go. So he's
1-2.
Staying alive.
All right, right, he's digging in, and his choice is to be right in the middle of that batter's box. A little bit towards the front.
He's
battling.
He's making sure, you know, it's not the pitch he likes, but he's making sure he's not letting anything get around that plate.
He looks very comfortable up there, very flexible and athletic.
Pitch.
Yep. Wherewithal to lay off that one. Now, what are we up to? 2-2 now?
2-2.
Wow. It's quite an at-bat. Quite an at-bat. Started out right 0-2, and now we're full count.
Yeah, it's a good lead-off at bat. You like to see the pitcher throw a lot of early pitches to the first batter. Gives everybody a good view of what kind of pitches he's been throwing. Hits it to the shortstop. He's got a lot of time. Makes an errant throw, and he tries to get under it, and he's out.
First baseman did a nice job on that. Now, was he was out on the tag, right?
Yes, he was out on the tag.
That was a very nice play. Good at bat for Silva. Made him work.
Okay, and we have
Joe Masilli.
Maybe it's Masilli.
Matilli.
I've been calling him Matilli.
Let's call him a base on base, right?
That's right.
That's what we want to get him. Good swing on that first pitch. Runs are hard to come by after that first inning. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the score remains the same.
Yeah, O'Connor and Rutowski have done a good job of keeping the score down, and O'Connor's worked himself out of some situations where he's had a few bases loaded situations.
Right,
yeah.
Bases loaded, man on third. We had a couple of.
Those are things that drive coaches crazy when you leave runners on.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's backing out of there on that one. He's got to stay in there.
Connor going to his go-to pitch.
That's slow dribbler.
All right, we got 2 outs.
4-2. Play, and now we have Josepher Gutierrez.
Big fella, number 6. Joe's a senior. See if we can get a little 2-out rally going on here from the Barons.
Got on an error the last at-bat.
B's got a guy warming up out there, just in case.
All right, shortstop over there.
And it's 1, 2, 3.
Guthrie, Ryan Guthrie, got two of the last putouts.
So we're moving into the bottom of the 5th inning, and the score remains 3-0 in favor of the Barons. Got to go all the way back to the bottom of the first inning for scores. And we're back. We'll see what happens here.
Hi. May I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
All right, we're starting off the top of the 6th inning, and the score 3-0 in favor of the Barons. We have number 24, the shortstop for the Bees, Ryan Guthrie, leading off here again at the top of the 6th inning.
It's a misty, cool Tuesday evening, and we are under the lights. up at the newly renovated Bayonne Stadium.
And he pulls back on the bunt, and we're informed and mentioned it earlier in the game that this is the first time TV 35 is televising at this new beautiful field, so we're proud to be here, Kyle and I.
There's the bunt down, but it goes foul.
Coach for the Bees trying to generate a little action, creating some activity out there.
Got to play a little small ball in these games sometimes. If you're not having success driving the ball, you got to get some base runners somehow. So, you know, this batter here looks, who's that? Guthrie. Guthrie looks like to be a skilled bunter, as you would think most leadoff hitters are.
Yeah. And he got down the baseline pretty quick, too.
Yeah.
He got down there quick, so. That one's sizzled over the Woodbridge dugout. He is as far back in that, as far back as I've seen anybody in the batter's box. There's a nice shot to the opposite.
The gap.
Very nice play, Bayonne right fielder.
Great play by number 9, Dunn. That was number 12, Dunn, out in right field.
So we got one out. Up now is number 27, the second baseman, Alex Alvarez. Beautiful. Where did that come from? Like a pigeon delivered that?
His name was Joe Fernandez.
All right, Joe, delivering us the information. He could have brought us a hot dog.
Yeah. One in the dirt.
Nice play.
Good waste pitch.
The Bees' second baseman, Alex Alvarez, up. One out. Nice play by the right fielder. Made that play, right, Kyle?
Yes, that was done.
Alvarez showing bunt, but pulled away.
3-0 count. Harry only has one walk on the day. Interesting how he
he was dancing
in the batter's
box. Yeah.
Obviously he's trying to distract the pitcher some.
I don't think he'll be doing that again.
And hit right to Trevor Sikowski.
Very quickly we have 2 outs. Harry battling back. Got a little behind there.
And now we have Tyler coming up. That's Dylan Tyler.
Yep.
Center fielder.
Got some great baseball names out here on both sides.
Yeah.
All right, 0-1 for Dylan. I put one down in the turf. I was going to say the dirt, but in the turf.
I wonder what the players think. You know, being that they've played on the grass field for their first 2 years or 3 years of high school, and then coming in and becoming a turf team. I wonder what differences they see out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I would think that we as adults probably consider those things a little bit more. I you know, like you were saying about Harry before, you know, his mom saying he's going out to play soccer. I think these guys are, you know, they're playing for the love of the game, and they would play on the blacktop if they had it. But, you know, you're right. I'm sure they realize certain things are going to happen and what to expect, the way the ball bounces or spins. And so we're back. Coach Urbano calls a quick timeout, talks to the big fella. Holy jingo spaghettis.
Talk, whatever that was said in that talk.
Did he go out there and say, throw a fast one, Har? Down the pipe. Dylan Tyler. Ground ball to the shortstop, who, as you pointed out, is deep. Still throws a burner.
Comes up and Makes a great play, and that is a 6-3 put out.
And we're moving into the bottom of the 6th inning. We're getting towards the closing part of the game here. Bottom of the 6th. Woodbridge is up 3-0, scoring back in the 1st inning, and we'll be back, folks.
He taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver. He even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Okay, and we are back for the bottom of the 6th, and we have our 9th batter, and that is Dunn.
Joe Dunn.
Joe Dunn
is a senior.
He's seeing his first at bat here. Joe Dunn has been playing right field.
I am sure, Kyle, Coach Urbano would love to get a little insurance here.
Sure.
You know, going into the Bees' last at bat. Quickly down, 2 strikes.
2 strikes. Yeah, we'll be back at the top of the lineup, and hopefully Joe Dunn can get himself. Whoa, and he's
gave somebody a little haircut over there.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's yelling hokey smokey.
Gotta be on your toes at these games.
And we've got number 19, Corey Johnson, was the designated hitter, pitching now. Catcher for the Bees doing a nice job back there, but he's taking his bruises.
Yeah.
Right. Got one in the face mask and that one right below the chest guard there.
And
all right.
He comes back.
Strikes.
All right, and Carlos Marte, leadoff hitter, is up now. 1 out.
Junior. Carlos is a junior, so I'm sure he's one of the reasons why Coach Urbano is optimistic about the future with his seniors leaving.
And optimism isn't something that usually comes out of Coach Urbano.
Yeah.
I think I heard him say when Woodbridge was 10-0, we're the worst 10-0 team in the state. He doesn't want his players to get too ahead of themselves, that's for sure.
Yeah, he tells it like it is. He's a realist. Not too many filters with Coach Urbano.
No, but it's tough love. He loves these guys. He would do anything for them as long as, like you said, they give him the same effort.
Absolutely. Oh, that was upstairs.
Comes back with the strike. The count is 3-1.
Right down the pipe.
And he drives that one out to right field.
Very nice. A little bit of the opposite side.
So we got our first base runner for the inning. And Trevor Sykowski is up at bat, blowing a bubble with his chewing gum and getting some signals from Coach Urbano.
Bottom of the 6th inning here, and Barons are in business with a nice base hit. Runner on first, 1 out.
Ball high.
A little bit high.
Runner goes.
Oh.
And got away, but good backup by the second baseman.
Yep, kept him there. Woodbridge staff very aggressive on the bases.
Yeah. She said Coach would like to go into this final inning with some runs.
Yeah, you would think. A little insurance there. Big Harry Rakowski warming up in the on-decks area. Trevor's got a runner in scoring position now. Upstairs. Yeah, let's take a look at that. We have the opportunity to watch the steal
Carlos
here.
Marte takes off. It's a nice slide, and thought about going on third, but wisely stays on second.
I think even if he caught that throw cleanly, he still would have been there.
Yeah,
he had
a good
great jump. Yeah.
Saikowski hits one in the gap, and it looks like a run is going to score. There we go.
Yes, sir. And advances to second.
Saikowski gets himself a double out of that one.
Nice.
It's a single with a errant throw. Right?
Yeah, definitely a base hit, no question.
Yeah.
And they're putting Harry on again. Intentional walk for the big fella, number 14, Harry Rakowski. Sure, let's take a look at that base hit.
Oh, frozen rope, as they say, out there to left field.
Nicely placed.
Throw comes up, goes home, and Saikowski is paying attention and advances to second.
Let that go. He let that one go a little high. Zach Joe up now. It's been in this position before where Harry was intentionally walked. We'll see how Zach does with men in scoring position here. Second base.
Zach is 1 for 3.
Wisely lets that one stay up there. Alrighty, Barons are in business here. They push one across, looking for some more with one out. Is it my imagination, or did it seem to get lighter all of a sudden? I can't see where that went, but I'm assuming it's third. There it is. All right.
And our original sportscaster, Mayor McCormick, has arrived, and he is anxious to come over and see these Barons. That's all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. I can move down a little bit. Yeah, no, it's okay. Mayor McCormick's going to jump in for
What's
a little
up,
bit.
boys?
Good to see you, Mayor.
Yeah, I was busy all night, but I got there about a half an inning ago.
Well, Kyle and I managed to hold the fort down.
You guys are athletic kind of guys. You know the game.
Yep, and we've got with timeout on the field now. We have a 4-0 lead.
Yep, I heard. I got the text 3-0 bomb in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, it was something. It was something.
I said, why'd they pitch to him? The guy said first and second, nobody out. You kind of had to, right?
Yeah.
Hard to walk the guy there.
Yeah, he's been walked twice since.
Yeah, I don't blame anybody.
Got Medvitz up at bat.
Is he still leading the state in home runs?
I believe so.
Second?
Number 2, yeah.
Whoa, that's a rope. That's a rope.
Right at him now. All right, well, there we go. We pick up a run in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Barons are up now 4-0, and we go to the top of the 7th inning, and we're back with Mayor McCormick.
No, I'm good. You'll get Kyle back. You guys been doing it all game. I'm not going to come in and crash your party. Nah, you take it.
And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Not only is he a great mayor, but a very humble sportscaster. Your friend and mine, Mayor Johnny Mac McCormick. We'll be back with the top of the 7th inning.
Thanks for the opportunity to join you.
The average text, takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
All right, there you go. We're starting the top of the 7th inning, and see our guys are out there ready to go. And leading off for the Bees is number 7. And that would be, yes, the catcher, Shane Paradine. And we're in the top of the 7th. Bees got to come up with some runs here, 4 to be precise. Harry Rakowski still on the mound, going for the complete game. Starts out with a nice fastball and a strike there. Joined up in the booth by Mary McCormick. I didn't realize it was raining because all our papers are wet.
Harry throws one high. Paradino is 0 for 2.
Out of play.
And while we have a moment before the end of the game, we'd like to thank our camera crew. We have Emil Brandati, Joseph Skews, Jessica Pocek, and Steve Quencher. And in our graphics, we have Wilmar Rubiano. Here's a
ground
dribbler.
ball.
A ground ball hit to second.
Alrighty.
Down.
Barron's going around the horn. They're feeling a nice victory coming their way, at least at this point. Number 16 is the left fielder, Brian Baranach.
We have Joe Fernandez has been providing the replay for us today.
The lovely Gina Forbes doing the technical directing.
And the big boss director, Lee Beckerman.
It's a great crew, TV 35. We're real proud of our station here in Woodbridge and the work that they all do, and just such a great community advantage to have such professionals working. So thank you guys. Thank you everybody. It's great doing some work with you, and we're here in the top of the 7th inning. And the Bees left fielder, Brian Baranach, up with 1 out.
And now we're quickly at 2 outs.
2 outs, and we're winding down. Barons are 1 out away from going to the sectional final, which will be a great accomplishment if they get there. And up is number 10, the 3rd baseman, James Tominski.
Speaking of number 10, that was strikeout number 10 for Harry Rakowski.
I had Tominski thinking on that one. Harry looks like he's as refreshed as he was in the 1st inning.
Gutierrez is doing a good job back there as catcher. Sometimes when you have such a dominant pitcher, the catchers get overlooked, but he's
yeah, he had some nice stops back there. Absolutely.
One out away from heading to the state state finals for the sectionals.
It's always very exciting. Very, very exciting. Nice effort, nice effort. And the play gets extended. The game gets extended. We've got Chris Bergalowski, the 1st baseman, up. And when I hear sectional final, my quick story, again, I'm the AD at Perth Amboy, and we're in the sectional final after beating Woodbridge in the semifinals when Kyle played.
That's right.
In a wonderful game over in Perth Amboy. We're playing the sectional finals at the Carteret Turf Field against Hunterdon Central, and our star starting pitcher had a little stomach ache, so he decided not to come to school. And he thought because he was sick, it was okay for him to go to the game. So guess who had to be the big bad guy to tell him that he couldn't play? And we wound up losing that by a run, that sectional final. So that was a lesson for that young man.
That's when most coaches would give that phone call and say, you better get in here by 11, bud.
Yeah. his mom came in with a note saying he had a stomach ache, and I said, no, sorry, Mama, that don't work.
Tough lesson.
Yep. Tough lesson for everybody. Chris Baralowski, first baseman, up with a man on first and 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Oh, and he had a hit and run going on, and it don't matter.
Harry stops it, and
I think this guy pulled a muscle coming out of the box. Tough way to finish the game, but Coach Urbanski's holding everybody up until this player is okay. It looked to me like he came out of the box real quick and probably pulled a hammy or something there, but that's it. Your score here at Woodbridge Baseball Field is 4 for the Barons, 0 for the Bayonne Bees, and I wish I knew who Woodbridge was going to play in the sectional final, but they're on their way, and unfortunately we finished the game with an injury here to the first baseman, Chris Baralowski, and I'm only speculating that he pulled something coming out of the box. But you have your final score, and it's a shame we got to end up that way, but a good game by both teams.
Yeah,
Kyle, it was a pleasure spending time with you. You know, the JV team, the Mustang guys pulled it off. We came through. TV 35 crew, it's our pleasure, and I guess we'll wind it down here. Thanks to everybody for watching, and go Barons.
Hi, I'm Kyle Anderson. I'm here with Councilman Greg Ficara and Harry Ratowski, the pitcher, and Coach Lou Urbano. First, we'll start off with Coach Urbano. Coach, what did you know about the Bayonne team coming into this game?
Well, I went to see them in the quarterfinals. They're a very scrappy team, well coached. Pretty much just like us. You know, they play the game the right way, they coach the right way, and. But, you know, we got this guy on the mound, man. It's awfully tough on other teams. I mean, he's dominant out there. And you know, what he's doing with the bat, I mean, he should be player of the year as far as we're concerned.
All right. And speaking of that, what he's doing with the bat, there was a situation in the first inning where they had first and second. Were you surprised that they pitched to you, Harry?
I mean, at that point, when there's no outs, we're kind of forcing them to have to. So, I mean, anytime we can get 2 guys on with no outs, it's a great opportunity for me to hit.
Okay, because later in the game, they walked you twice. All right, Greg?
Harry, the weather conditions, I mean, it's chilly, it's damp, a little breeze blowing out there. We were freezing up in the booth there, but you seem to be as fresh in that 7th inning as you were in the first inning. How did the weather affect you at all?
I mean, sometimes actually the moisture on the ball actually gets me a better grip, so anytime I can get a little extra grip, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
Great. Tribute to your conditioning. Coach Urbano, Kyle and I were both talking about, we had a bird's eye view because we were right above you. Your batters are very patient. And I don't know if that's something that you teach or, you know, it's really good to see.
It's kind of a pep, you know, they are patient, sometimes too patient. We want them to be a little bit more aggressive early in the count, you know, with fastballs. But some of these guys, listen, we're 30 games in, so basically they're settled in to their approach, and we're really not going to do a whole lot with that at this point. We're just going to just kind of work with it as long as they're swinging at pitches in the zone. And I can't say enough about Carlos Marte and Trevor Sikowski today. Giving this big guy, you know, a swing in the first inning. Both of those guys getting on base. They were on base all day. And, you know, even if they have to walk Harry, we got Zach Joe batting right behind him and Mike Mevitz right behind him. So we feel comfortable with our lineup. You know, basically, hopefully you got just choose your poison there. And if they choose to pitch to Harry, that hasn't been working out too good for them. So he's the first player to get 100 hits in the history of the Woodbridge High School. He also tied the record for most wins in the county with Bobby Brownlee, who was
Edison.
From Edison. Yeah, he was a first-round draft pick, and Beard from Spotswood, who went on to Rutgers, where Harry's going to be attending also. So he's just breaking records every game, and I don't even know what his numbers were today, his stats, but I just know he put another 0 up on the board, and that's all we know.
I think he had 10 strikeouts at the end of the day. Yeah. Now you're going on to face number 1 seed Milburn. What do you do for what do you do to prepare your team and get them up for a Friday game? And is your number 1 pitcher Harry? Is he available for that game?
Harry's not available by rule, and you know he obviously is going to get his rest. He'll either DH or play first base. depending on how his arm is. But we're going with Zach Del Val, who's been he's 9-1. He's been our number 2, and you can't get to this point with just one pitcher. You have to have at least 2 to 3 pitchers, and Zach has done a great job. He's earned the right to start in that game, and we have confidence behind him, just like we do with Harry. And Millburn's a tough team. They're very well coached. They're a top 10 team in the state. And, we're a little bit of an underdog, but we'll go there and give it our best shot. The only thing I'm a little worried about is we have our prom Friday, so that's my biggest concern, keeping everybody focused on the game and then going and enjoying themselves at the prom at night.
Now, Harry, this could be your final game as a Woodbridge Baron. What's been most special about this group that you've been playing with, and what is it that you want to remember most about your time with the Barons?
Honestly, we just have fun every day. We come out, we're like best friends, messing around on the field. Sometimes a little too much has got to get into us, but anytime you can come out and have fun every single day, play with your friends, there's nothing better than that.
Awesome. Well, here from Woodbridge Barons Stadium on behalf of my colleague and friend Greg Ficara, and we'd like to wish you guys a lot of luck going forward, and great job on a 4-0 win over the Bayonne Bees.
Go Barons.